Are y'all serious? This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Make sure you get the link in the description section. Also visit beatenblackandblue.com, beatenblackandblue.com to get on the list to get my book. I'm only signing the books of people on the list. So make sure you get on the list if you're interested in getting my book about policing in America from the perspective of B. Tatum. I love you guys. Make sure you get the book. Show some support. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, this council culture thing is out of control. This council culture thing is out of control. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had no idea who this lady, Gina Carano, was. And I saw a lot of people talking about it. So I said, let me just do a quick read. What did she do for Disney to have to cancel her part in, I believe, a film? And I don't know what The Mandalorian is. I'm not into any of those films like that. I don't watch none of that stuff. I'm grown, but I'm just playing. Somebody gonna get offended and cry in the comment section. I'm joking. Anyway, so I looked it up and I said, well, why did they get rid of this girl? Why did they make her out to be such a crazy person? And I just decided that I'm gonna go to the Communist News Network and see what they were talking about and see if they had any clarity of why this young lady, beautiful young lady, was suspended or canceled from her acting role. Now, the article states that she was a Star Wars person. Obviously, she was acting in Star Wars with an offensive social media post, including one that compared Nazi Germany to the current political landscape. It says Gina is not currently employed. Now let's go down. I want to go down to what she said. So it says here, and I think you guys can read it. One of Carano's posts, which she appeared to repost from another account, so she didn't even originally put this, referred to the Holocaust, during which an estimated 6 million Jewish people were taken down, and how the conditions then were similar to contemporary political division. How is this any different from hating someone for their political views? Now, you ask me, I don't even have to know who she is to know that I think there is a comparison here. Not one-to-one, but there is a comparison of how did it get to that point in Nazi Germany? How did it get to that point? And I think that we are headed to that point here if we don't do something about it. Because if you look at it, there was brainwashing that was going on. There was charismatic leadership. There was people who voted for somebody that was not worthy. And there was a lot of misinformation put out. They were tricked into doing stuff, and they were deemed illegitimate people. And all of the propaganda that's similar, not the same people, but similar to how they're demonizing conservatives because you supported a presidential candidate that's not kosher to what these people want. Now you are deemed insurrectionists or something crazy, and now they can ban you from everything, and they can treat you poorly and say that you should be, I won't say another word, that you should be taken out of society and never to be taken seriously, canceled, even if you suggest anything they don't believe. How is that not leading to the degradation or the view of degradation of a group of people in this country? How is the censorship in the council culture not very similar to a group of people painting another group of people as inferior, hateful, and harmful, giving credence to damaging them physically, demoralizing them mentally? How is it not similar? But she says that expose these lunatics, and all of a sudden she's deemed a threat to society. There was another part of something that was said that made me think as well. And, on the post it talks about people, it had a person covered in masks, which was funny. They said she pushed the conspiracy theory that Jeffrey Epstein didn't commit suicide. I don't understand how people are saying this is a conspiracy theory. How do you explain that this man, the most wanted, dangerous, prolific pedophile in U.S. history, maybe even in world history. He's in a jail cell, and somehow both guards fall asleep. None of the cameras work. You got to be a stupid if you think that that was just totally normal. The most hated person probably by the elites, and all of a sudden, lucky for him, he ends up getting two guards that fall asleep at the same time. That's an impossibility that I could not even enumerate. That's almost impossible, that both people fall asleep at the exact same time that he's doing his dirty work to himself, allegedly. That is so coincidental that there's no cameras on the most prolific criminal in United States history. They got the names of everybody. How is this a conspiracy? Let me get to something else she said that ruffled her little feathers. Carano, counted controversies in the fall of 2020. Courted controversies in 2020 when she refused fans' request to put her pronouns in her Twitter bio as a show of support for transgender people. How is that a problem? Why do they gotta force? Why can't you support transgender people by being kind to them and treating them with respect? Why do you gotta put pronouns and stuff in your description section? Why do you have to defy the English language in order to appease a group of people? That's not appeasing them. You are being fake. You're not supporting them if you don't want to do it and you do it anyway. That's brainwashing. That's brainwashing. That's hurtful. That's evil. That's not being genuine. Don't put it in the bio if you don't really mean it. How about you just treat them people with respect? So then it says, instead she wrote beep bop boop in her bio, which to fans appeared to be mocking trans people. No, she said it wasn't mocking trans people, and she laughed at it and said it was ridiculous. And in my personal opinion, they've been attacking this woman ever since she stood up and said, look, man, I'm not following the trends. I'm not following the Joneses. I'm going to do what it do. And I respect people like that. And I feel like as a country, we should respect other people's opinions. If you want to believe in pronouns, that's fine. And if I don't believe, that's fine. We both should have our own say in what we do on our own profiles. And just because you use pronouns don't make you hate me. And just because I don't use pronouns don't make me dislike you. I just don't want to do that, and you want to. We live in America. You have a choice. I have a choice. I don't have to succumb to your stuff and your business dealings. That don't make me any more virtuous because I do it because it's popular and because people want to see me do it. I don't do it because of that reason. And nobody should. If you want to be trans and you want to be dating the same man, two men dating each other, that's totally fine. I don't care. I don't have a problem with it. And I believe that other people shouldn't have a problem with it if it don't involve your life. But don't try to force people to accept it. It's not right. It's not right. Because everybody has the freedom to believe and let believe. I don't care if people don't like black folks or white folks. I don't care. You just don't act on it. You can't act on it. I can't tell you what to think in your mind. You can hate cats. And I'm here to tell you, you shouldn't hate cats. It's not right. You should always love cats and dogs equally. I'm not finna say that because you got your own mind. Now, if you go and hurt a cat, then that's when you have a problem because that's against the law. Now you're going to the realm of using your own personal beliefs to harm other people, and including animals. I think that that's a problem. If you don't like black folks and you just don't, you don't need to like black people. You got your own mind. You may have a reason why you don't like black people. Maybe it's a good reason. Maybe it ain't. But when you begin to act on this, when you become a problem, when you begin to act on these things is when you are violating somebody else's constitutional freedoms. That's when the problem arises, not because of what you're thinking. And y'all watch the propaganda here. They put conspiracy to everything they want you to be brainwashed to believe is untrue. They call it a conspiracy. It ain't conspiratorial. It's a conspiracy that he offed himself. That's more of a conspiracy than the other way, referring to your boy Jeffrey. So I just thought I'd throw that out there, man. I didn't even know who this girl was. And then I go and look on this stuff, and it's like, here they go again. They counseling people. They deeming these people, these Trump supporters, as these crazy people. We need to start counseling these people. Conservatives need to not watch that movie or whatever she was involved in, that little Star Wars series. They need to not watch it. They need to quit watching it. Conservatives need to just stop watching it. Just stop watching it for a little bit until it hurt their pockets, until it begins to affect them and they realize that they can't just do this to people because it's not right, because it's not legitimized. That's what we need to do. Fight fire with fire. If they want to get rid of this woman and she was a conservative, let's support her. Let's make sure that they feel the burn if they're going to do that. Not physically. We don't have to do that. All you got to do is stop shopping with them, don't go watch the film, let it crumble and burn, and then they'll start realizing they can't just counsel people because they disagree with their opinions. When you want them to be in exploration physically, right? Look at her body. She probably looked good. She got strong shoulders and stuff. So she's probably a good-looking woman. You don't mind her showing her body off. You don't mind her letting that personality come out. But you can't let wisdom come out of her mouth without you hating her. Anyway, y'all comment in the comment section. Let me know if you think that I'm crazy. Make sure you get my book, Beating Black and Blue. It's in the description section. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. I'm out.